Hey, this will be a video chart on QASP. Been following this one very closely, especially on my Twitter and Facebook page. I was playing this one, so I should note that I do own some shares in this. But essentially, this chart just got so overextended to the downside that it was one of those things where it was such a good risk versus reward ratio that it was too hard to turn down. What I mean by that is, you buy in down here around these areas, you set a tight stop loss. So let's say you bought in right around here, and then you're willing to give up this amount. So this right here, this box would be your risk, and then if you play it for a bounce, depending on what your goal is, let's just say for example that it would be played up to a bounce of the 20-day. This right here would be your reward. So you can see that the risk versus the reward is very much so in this favor, and this is only maxing it out right there. I mean, let's just say you let it ride all the way up till up here. Now you have a box that's this big, and the whole time your risk was only that amount. So that's what I mean by that. So I was buying and actually traded a couple times, but yesterday was getting some more, and then today sold some on the bounce. But I do still hold some of my position because if this continues on up, this could be a nice money maker here. But the main question I got today was, is this the bottom? I don't know how many times I got it, but just to answer that, I don't know. There's still some things that need to happen. Is it a good start to hopefully making a bottom? Absolutely. But is this the bottom? Your guess is as good as mine. We need to see what happens tomorrow and then early next week. First thing I like about it, though, as far as getting a good start to the bottom was let's go back 2 days ago, was this big volume here. This hopefully was at some sort of capitulation day. It looks like there was some sort of big seller in here, and hopefully they're out. We've had this before. You can see on this big red day here, looked like a capitulation day, and it was indeed, but it was just a short-term one. But it did lead to a nice little bounce there. So will this be the same thing where it's just a few day bounce and then it gets knocked back down? We'll have to see. But the good thing about that is it'll be very easy to measure. And if we look here and go through the history of this chart, we can see that in the past about month and a half now, this gold line here, which is the 20-day simple moving average, has been a very good indicator of kind of how much strength the chart is showing. So the main thing will be, if the price does start to head up, first test is going to be this blue line right here, 10-day simple moving average. You can see that very recently the price, or this moving average, has even been knocking down the price. But the true test, the true kind of battlefield right now is going to be this gold line. It's tried to get through here, about 4 times here in the past, month, and about 3 times. We had once here, then we had another time there, once more there, and then I guess this is kind of where the 10-day right here, the blue line, picked up its slack and isn't even letting the price through. And you can see that kind of today the price bounced up, and although it didn't hit the 10-day, got pretty close and then got knocked back down. So these two moving averages are going to be the two key testing points. And as far as a bottom being put in, I wouldn't even talk about a bottom until the 10 or the 20-day can get a few closes above it, because it's going to need to show some support. I mean, if you watch my videos, you've seen me talk about all the fake bounces that this thing has gone through. So until it can get a few days closes above this gold line, then I wouldn't even talk about a bottom. And as far as a reversal would be concerned, I want to see it get above this 50-day before I talk about a reversal. So for right now, yes, it's looking good. It's looking like it could be a bottom here. It's put in the nice candle here, then had the follow through today with some nice volume. But we're definitely going to need to see some more strength from the bulls, because we still are below both of our shorter term moving averages. And like I've been saying, history shows us that since basically early April, both of these have really been a pain in the neck of the price when it tries to get through it. This one makes a great trader, but at the same time I know there's quite a few longer term holders out there. So hopefully this is finally the bottom and it'll start to chug its way back upwards. But the blue line and gold line, the 10 and 20-day, those are your two main enemies right now, and that's where the bulls need to get through and show that they got some strength off of this hopefully bottom forming candle right here. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. And if you have not yet, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things, from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody, and it's all free, no strings attached. We've been making some good money together, so I'd encourage you to head to the site, sign up, and see what it's all about. One more time, this was QASP. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the rest of your day.